Hello everyone, welcome to our first Coptic lesson on our church YouTube page. Over the course of these videos, we're going to learn the Coptic language together. We're going to start with the alphabet, the rules of each letter, how to read some words, and then we're going to learn vocabulary words that we see in liturgy and in tasbih. So without further ado, I think we should begin. The Coptic language has 32 total letters. 25 are Greek, and then 7 are Demotic or Egyptian in origin. We'll come back to this slide at the very end once we go through the letters together. All right, so these next couple of slides here are going to highlight the actual alphabet of Coptic. So we'll go through them together. The first letter in the alphabet is alpha. It's spelled here in Coptic, and this is the uppercase and lowercase version. On each slide, you're going to see the uppercase on the left and the lowercase on the right, and then the sound it makes here. So alpha makes an A. Then you have Vita. The uppercase and the lowercase look very similar, and it makes a B or a V depending on where it comes in the word, and we'll visit that when we do the rule of Vita. This is how you spell Vita in Coptic. The next letter in the alphabet is Ghamma. Ghamma makes a G, but if there are two next to each other, it makes a ENG, like an ing sound. This is the uppercase and the lowercase, and as you can see, they look very similar. And for most of the letters in Coptic, that will be the case. We have delta, which is the D sound, spelled like this in Coptic, and it looks like a triangle with a loop up top. You have E, which makes the sound E, and it looks like an E, uppercase and lowercase. You have So, which makes a So sound. Zeta, which is the Z, spelled like this, uppercase and lowercase, look exactly the same. Eta, which looks like an H. It makes an E sound, not an H. In the Coptic language, you have letters that look like English and sound like English. There are 13 of those. You have 4 letters that look like English but are not pronounced like English. And you have 3 that look like Arabic and are pronounced like Arabic. Then you have theta, or theta right here. It makes a TH sound. It looks like a circle with a line through the middle, uppercase and lowercase. Then you have Yota. Yota is the I sound in Coptic. It's spelled like this, and it looks like a line or a 1. You have Kappa, which is a K, Kappa, and it sounds like a K. Lolla, which is not to be confused with Delta. On the bottom here, there's no connection. The Coptic letter Delta has these connected, but this is the letter Lolla, and it makes the L sound, and it's spelled like this. Me makes an M sound, and it looks like an M, uppercase and lowercase, spelled me. You have ne, which makes an N sound, which looks like an N, both uppercase and lowercase, and spelled like this, ne. You have ixi, which makes the x sound, x, spelled like this with the letter in its spelling. It looks like this, both uppercase and lowercase. So far, we've seen a lot of the Coptic letters, the uppercase and lowercase look exactly the same. O, pretty self-explanatory. Looks like O, sounds like O, spelled like O. Then you have P, spelled like P, which is P Yota. Sounds like a P, and it looks like a house, uppercase and lowercase. Not to be confused with the number pi, 3.14 repeating. Then we have Ro. This is one of the letters that look like English, but are not pronounced like English. Ro looks like a P in English, but it's pronounced like an R, spelled Ro. Then you have Sima. Sima is one that can get tricky. It always looks like a C in English. Like the third letter of the English alphabet, it looks like a C, spelled Sima. But it is never pronounced like a C, it's always a S. You have the letter Tav, and Tav will be confusing when we get to letter T. Tav is spelled like this, Tav, and it sounds like a T, like the letter T, T. Uppercase, you will see this more frequently than lowercase. Uppercase, you have 2, and the line above it does not cut the middle. The letter Tav, always remember that the line going across does not cut through the middle. Then you have epsilon, spelled like this, epsilon, E, P, Sima, Iota, Lolla, O, Ne, epsilon. And it looks like a U with no middle. It's like a U with no middle. Sounds like an O or a U, and we'll get to the differentiation when we get to the rule of epsilon. You have the letter Phi, which is spelled Phi Iota, sounds like an F, and it looks like this, both uppercase and lowercase. And you'll see this letter very often. You have the letter K, looks like an X, one of the letters that can get confusing with the English language because it's not pronounced an X. It sounds most of the time like a K sound, but there are specific cases when it becomes something else, and we'll visit that when we get to the video about the rule of K. You have next the letter Ipsi, looks very similar to the letter Phi, except it's not connected up top, and the wings are on each side, not on just the left. It's spelled E, epsilon, iota, and it sounds like a ps, ps sound, Ipsi. The next letter you have is O, and it sounds like an O, and it's spelled O, epsilon, and it looks like a W. One of the letters not to be confused with an English W of a W sound. You have Shai. This is one of the letters that look like an Arabic letter and is pronounced like an Arabic letter. It's spelled Shai, alpha, iota, and it's sounded out like a sh sound. And it looks like this in both the uppercase and the lowercase form. You have Phi, not to be confused with Phi, that we looked at earlier. There's a difference, and we'll get into one of that in one of the future videos. It's spelled Phi, alpha, iota, and it sounds like an F. You have the letter Chai, which sounds like a Kha, like a KH sound, spelled Chai, alpha, iota, Chai. And it looks like this in the uppercase, and in the lowercase, instead of having it from here, it just comes up and loops around. You have Hori, which looks like a backward S in English, and it sounds like an H, spelled Hori, O, Ro, Iota, and it sounds like an H. Then you have the letter Ganga, and it sounds like a J, spelled Ganga, Alpha, Ne, Ganga, Alpha, Ganga, using those letters. And also, not to be confused with Lolla or Delta, because at a first view it may look like a delta, but it also has this additional arm coming to the right. The letter delta did not have this, and did not have this in the lowercase form. The letter Lolla does not have this either, and does not have this either, and is also not connected at the bottom. You have the letter Chima, which is the second to last letter in the alphabet, and it sounds like a Q or a Ch sound. Ch, spelled Chima, Eta, Me, Alpha. Chima is how you pronounce the letter, and it looks like a 6 with an elongated head on each top. Then the last letter is T. This sounds like a T, not a T. The letter Tav makes the T sound, and the letter T makes the T sound. It's spelled T iota, or it can be pronounced T-E. T-A, sorry. And it's just pronounced T. And the difference is between T and Tav is that the T has the arm going through the middle of the letter. The Tav had it up top on both uppercase and lowercase, but the difference is with T is that it's in the middle. Then we can look at the alphabet without them together. We can sing the song together after we learn this part. So it's alpha, beta, gamma, delta, E, So, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lolla, me, ne, exi, o, pi, rho, sima, tav, epsilon, phi, ke, epsi, o, shai, phi, chai, hori, ganga, chima, T. So now if we go back to the very first slide, we can look at the letters that were from Greek, and then Egyptian origin. The first 25 letters are Greek letters. So if you speak Greek by chance, you already know a good majority of Coptic. Then the 7 Demotic. Demotic means Egyptian or foreign origin in relation to Greek. Then the last 7 letters are the ones that are adapted from the Egyptian language. So here we can go through them one time. Again, the 25 Greek letters in both uppercase and lowercase form, you'll see them here. Alpha, Vita, Gamma, Delta, I, So, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lolla, Me, Ne, Exi, O, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tav, Epsilon, Phi, K, Epsi, O. And then you have the 7 Demotic or Egyptian letters, Shai, Phi, Chai, Hori, Ganga, Chima, Ti. They're easy to remember because the first 25 are Greek, and then the 7 remaining are Egyptian. So we can sing the song one time that we all know. And in the next videos, we'll look at the rules of each letters, and then eventually we will learn how to read and combine the letters together, and then we'll learn actually vocabulary words that we see in our liturgy. So we'll end the video with us singing the letters together. Point to the screen as you sing. Alpha, Vita, Gamma, Delta, Iso, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lolla, Meni, Exi, O. Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tav, Epsilon, Phi, K, Epsi, O, Shai, Phi, Chai, Hori, Ganga, Chima, Ti. I'll sing it one more time as I point with the pointer. Alpha, Vita, Gamma, Delta, Iso, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lolla, Meni, Exi, O. Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tav, Epsilon, Phi, K, Epsi, O, Shai, Phi, Chai, Hori, Ganga, Chima, Ti. So that concludes our first lesson on the Coptic alphabet. Thank you all for attending with us. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share to our church's YouTube page. And the next video will look at the rule of Vita.